Hello, hello, everyone. It's Mindy, and I have one thing to ask you today. What's up, chicken butt? I couldn't help it. I sat down and I was like, we're going to work on a chicken butt today. And I just couldn't help but, what's up, chicken butt? Sorry, but hey, it is what it is. I've been waiting to get to this part of this chicken here for a while. Not really. No, I'm kidding. Anyhow, how is everyone? How are you all today? It's been a busy day already. I'm a little, as you can tell, what's the word I want to use? I don't know. I'm a little strong, little uh, hyped up. I don't know. Caffeine's kicking in. All those things. It's a beautiful day. Hey, it's a beautiful morning. Oh, it's not morning anymore. I lied to you. It is afternoon. Yep. Morning. Oh my goodness. Morning was an adventure and a half. Let me tell you what. Yesterday was Memorial Day, as you may know. And it was just a beautiful day here. It was absolutely gorgeous. Dale was gone most of the day. What did we do? We did something in the morning. What did we do in the morning? We went somewhere. Oh, I know where we went. We went to Meijer. Yes, we did. We also went, no, was that the other day? That was the other day. I don't know. We're trying to find a rug. We're trying to find like a little throw rug for in front of the kitchen sink and failing miserably at it. Just failing. Not finding what I want, not finding anything that's like big enough, but not too big. We bought one at Walmart, got it home, and I was like, oh, it's so little. I don't want such a little one. So we took that back. Then we went to Meijer. There was another reason we had to go to Meijer. Oh, I know why. We had to go to Meijer because Dale wanted to return, exchange something, his new little blood pressure monitor. He doesn't like it. He thinks it keeps throwing errors too much. And he was like, no, I want to take it back. It's battery operated. The batteries were good. The batteries were brand new. And we have one of those little battery tester things, and they keep saying, no, the batteries are good, but it just keeps throwing errors and whatnot. So he wanted to go and return it or exchange it for something different, which is what we did. We took the step up to the next series, got one that has an internal battery that's rechargeable. So you plug it in and recharge your battery. And so we did that. We exchanged it. We also looked for a stupid rug. Stupid rugs. I'm feeling a little bit like my mother at this point. My mom was all about rugs. Now, okay, not that I have a ton of rugs, like throw rugs. That's not the case. She did. Okay. She had rugs for, I don't even know, like just like changing out the rug in the hallway. She'd just and she'd have to have more than one. And they all had to match. They had to be from the same series and all that. But yeah, my mom was kind of a rug freak. I'm telling you. I can't tell you how many rugs we have found in that house. But anyhow, I just want one rug, one throw rug to go in front of my kitchen sink. That's all I'm asking for. Why is that so difficult? I don't know. Didn't find one at Meijer. Did not. We failed. No rug at Meijer. We were going to go like to Menards or Lowe's or someplace like that. But we had bought some stuff that needed to go into the refrigerator. So we decided probably not the best idea to go right then. So we came home. Yeah, we came home. And then Dale left. I've told you he has been working on like the eaves trough at the other house, in the soffit, the eaves trough. So he's been over there working on that, but hasn't finished it. He started it, hasn't finished it. So he wanted to go finish it. And then we're on our way home from Meijer, and Shannon is texting him about the lawnmower. Because, they got new lawnmower now, right? Well, new used lawnmower. Because, Dale's dicker and dealing, he found a different lawnmower, fixed that one up. They like it, so they got that lawnmower. But Shannon's texting, the belt broke for the actual mower. Well, he's trying to text as he's driving down the road with, text to talk to his truck, I guess. And it's not going well. Anyhow, so he finally calls her. There were some belts there, but apparently they're not the right belt. So before he could work on the roof, he had to go find a belt and help her get the lawnmower going. Because Lord knows we want them to mow. Mow, please, mow. Yes, okay? Sorry, thirsty. I'm very, very thirsty. So he got that done, I guess. But he was there. I would guesstimate. Let me just guesstimate. It had to be, we had lunch. I had made pizza the night before. So we had leftover pizza. So it was clearly lunchtime or later when he headed over there. I'm going to just guess 1 o'clock. Okay. So here's the thing that is so weird. The days are much longer now. And it's really confusing because there are times when I'm like, I have no idea what time it is. And then I'm surprised, like totally surprised to find out how late it is. I'm like, wait a minute, it's what time? That happened yesterday. He was gone. Gone. Okay, I had no idea he was hunting down a belt. He had to go to several different stores to find a belt and all this. And then got over there, put the belt on for her, then started just working on things, besides the eavesdrop, I believe. I don't know what all he did, but whatever it was, okay, great, good. He came home and I was like, it was after 9 o'clock. And I was like, wait, whoa, what? It's after 9 o'clock? I think it was 9:30. And when he got home, he called me on his way home, like down the road, literally less than 5 minutes before he was in the driveway. But he's calling me to tell me he's on his way home. Okay. And that he had stopped at one of the farm stores and got chicken feed and stuff like that, and bird seed, and the things that you get when you go to the feed store. He had to unload them from his truck, and then he'd be in, and we would have some dinner. And that's when I kind of looked at the clock and realized it's close to 10 o'clock. It's 9:30ish, quarter to 10. And I was like, whoa, what in the world? Like, when did that happen, right? When did it get to be that late? Because, I was busy all day. I kept myself busy. I had plenty of things to do. Although I feel, of course, like I didn't really finish everything I'd wanted to do, but I did a lot of stuff, But I was like, wow, it's that late. Okay, well, we're having a very, very late dinner then. And he was like, we have pork chops in the refrigerator. So it was like, there was no question what dinner was going to be because we had these pork chops. We had these pork chops we needed to use. Okay, needed to use them. Okay, so it was after 10 o'clock. Here we are eating pork chops. And he's like, I'm probably not supposed to be eating right now because he needs to get his blood drawn this morning. And you're supposed to have your blood drawn fasting. Okay. But it was 10 o'clock, too late at night to be eating, to be called fasting for the next day. I don't know. We don't know. It happened. It's happened. Okay. So um, here we are eating pork chops at like 10 o'clock at night. All right. And then it's like, okay, now I wanted to just go diamond paint for a while because I had not been in here. I finished up this little section over here last night and started in here with this green. Or maybe I had this started because I feel like I didn't just do this last night. I don't know. Maybe I did all this last night. I don't know. Anyhow, there's that. And the cats, the cats are just everywhere. And he comes in here to the office and he said, "You cats?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I suppose I got to deal with the cats." Okay. So I leave this office and everything is like dark out there. And I realize, oh, he has already put the cats in. And then I'm like, oh, well, that's because it's almost 11 o'clock. Like, where did the time go? Where did it go? So he's got the cats put away, and all I had to do was let the dog out and uh, put her away. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed and read for a few minutes. That's what I'm going to do, I guess. I guess it's time. But man, it's such a weird feeling to be like, it's still light. Just a little bit ago, it was still light. How can it be that late? Because it is. It really is that late. It's mind boggling. It's confusing. That's what it is. It's confusing. It throws off my whole day. I'm like, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's like, it's bright light outside. It's like, okay, it's time to get up, time to go. Had the windows open last night. I'd started closing the windows before he got home because them frogs, people, them frogs, I'm telling you, they are loud. And it's not, I mean, we have okay, I thought there was 3 there. I'm wrong. There's not. There's only 2. Okay, fine, you can go way over there. Um, it's multiple types of frogs. We got frogs in the pond. We've got tree frogs on the house, on the porch, near the porch, all around the house. They're loud. I'm like, yeah, I started closing the windows. It was nice. And it would have been one of those nights that you could have left some of the windows open, except I would have needed like earplugs or something to go to sleep. It was that loud. It seriously is that loud in the house. So I did leave one window in our bedroom open, and that was the one beside his bed. And we're getting ready to go to sleep. And he's like, "So you're not going to close my window?" And I said, "Hey, if you want it open, you can have it open. It's over there. It's on you, you know?" But I closed all the rest of the windows in the house because too much noise, just too loud. He loves it. I can't sleep with it. I can't. I think I've said this before. I can sleep with the lights on, but I can't sleep with noise. Like if he's watching TV and it's really loud, I will not be able to go to sleep. He's the opposite. He can sleep through noise, but can't sleep with the light on. I'm like, well, it is what it is. So, but yeah, we had to get it quiet in here. And then he did get up at some point, like in the middle of the night or the wee hours of the morning. It was still dark. I know that. When he got up and shut his window. I don't know if it was because he got a little chilly, because it did get a little chilly, or if it was, I mean, the frogs were quiet at that point. What time do frogs go to bed? Does anybody know? Do you know? Because I'll tell you what, it is, it's late. It's late in the evening or very early in the morning is when the frogs go to sleep because they're up all night long, pretty much, just making their racket out there, making their racket. Okay, this is all like the little arrow and two, except for some white ABs in there. Except over here. This is the wing. The wing gets some different colors. The wing. I told you. I told you, just be prepared. Be prepared for anything that comes out of my mouth today because I am not in control. Oh, so, here's what we had to do. Let me backtrack a little bit. Tifa had her annual vet checkup last week. Okay. So, we talked about all the things, her missing her sister, acting a little different, little, forlorn, a little down in the dumps, a little, whatever. And, it's a real thing. I mean, it truly is a real thing for an animal, just like it is for humans. I mean, this is another creature that has been with her her entire life. Toffee has known her longer than I have. You know what I mean? So we talked about all the old dog things and what we can do and yada, 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 yada. Okay. So I got my heartworm medicine for her and all that kind of stuff. Heartworm, flea, tick, the whole 9 yards. And then it wasn't the next day. I think it was like 2 days later. I get a call from the vet. Yeah, it was 2 days later because I took her in on Wednesday and it was during my crochet live on Friday. The vet calls. And I thought right off the bat, I'm like, oh no, the vet's calling. That's usually not good if they call you, because you had your checkup, everything was okay, you left. If they call you, I'm like, something's up. And I was right. And I thought it was interesting that in her heartworm test, they found some antibodies. So, in other words, something in her body is fighting a tick-borne illness. I couldn't pronounce it for you. It starts with a E something something something. I can't pronounce it. But it is a tick-borne illness. And she had some antibodies indicating that she was either really currently fighting off something or had been. They weren't certain how active it was, that kind of stuff. So they were like, we really like you to come in and have this blood draw done so we can test for this illness. And of course, you start hearing about tick-borne illnesses, and the big one for humans, of course, is Lyme disease, and you get very sick from it. So I'm already like panic mode. I'm like, ugh. And it was before the long weekend, so I couldn't get her in until today on Tuesday. So I just needed to, get her in and have a nurse draw the blood and run the test. So because I had an order to have my blood drawn, because when I was at the doctor last, we kind of discovered it had been 2.5 to 3 years since I'd done any lab work. And my doctor was like, and I have failed. He said, how did I miss that? How did I not know it has been that long? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I knew it had been a long time because I'm like, I hate having my blood drawn. And if there's not a good reason to have it drawn, I'm probably not going to do it, It's like, well, then we need to pull labs on you. I'm like, okay, all right. And then Dale, of course, getting ready to have surgery, he needed to have blood work done. We talked about that this morning. I was like, so what's the deal? I said, I was getting ready to have surgery. And my doctor looked at me and said, yeah, you're good to go. I don't need any other further testing. Just schedule it. We'll get it done. Why does he have to have blood work done? Not only did he have blood work done, he had to have an EKG done. And I'm like, how come I didn't have to have all that stuff? Why? I don't, okay. I don't understand. But so anyhow, here's the three of us. We all need to have blood work done. All three of us need to go to the lab and have blood drawn. So I'm like, okay. I called the vet. Can I get her in today? I didn't know how long it would take to get scheduled, Can I get her in today? And they were like, I think I can work that out. How about 10:30? Well, us humans are supposed to be fasting before we have our blood drawn. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see how we can work this out. Let's see how we can make this work. If we go and we get our blood drawn, and then we can have breakfast somewhere, and then we'll get her over to the vet at 10:30. Okay, that'll work. What time do we need to leave here to be to the hospital? Da, 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 making our little plan, right? Okay, so we got our plan. Our plan's in place, and we go. Now, this is done at the hospital. I've told you before that our doctor's office, the family practice, the rehab, the emergency, the hospital, Dale surgery, everything, it's all just kind of done right here at one location. Small town, little hospital, medical center. They can do pretty much, everything almost. I mean, my surgery, I had to go elsewhere, but that's a special thing. So, um, anyhow, timed it all out. And then we get there, and I'm like, but it's warm, and I don't want to leave the dog in the car for too long. So how long is it going to take us both to get registered, get our blood drawn? I don't want to leave her out here in the car, you know, even with the windows open. I'm like, hey, it wasn't sitting well with me. So I was like, okay, how about we just go like one at a time? Like, so he said, okay, well, let's both go in and get registered. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we both went in and we went to the registration, and I gave him my insurance card, and I said, okay, then I'll go back out to the car if you just register me. Okay. Well, then he calls me. I need you to come back in here. I'm like, okay. So he couldn't register me. And then he looks at me and then says, I hope you brought your driver's license. And I'm like, no, it's in the car. You just told me to come back in. So yeah, I go back to the car, get my driver's license. I go get registered. And I'm like, okay, since you have other things to do, because that's when we found out about the EKG. Like, since you have other things to do, I'll go back to the car. You go do all of your stuff. I'll go back to the car. I'll sit with Tifa, let her out, whatever. And then when you're done, call me. I'll come in. I'll do mine. Then you come out. All right. So we figured it out. Little Miss Tifa did not have to sit in the car. It wasn't hot because it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't hot, but it was sunny, and that can make the inside of a car get warm quickly, even if you leave the windows down a bit. So anyhow, we worked it out. We both got our things done. And that's funny. He comes out. Hang on. He comes out and he's got just a little piece of that like surgical tape stuff over his arm there, right? My girl wraps my whole arm with that vet wrap stuff. I'm like, wow. Okay. Did I really, really need all of that? I don't know. Am I going to bleed out? What are we thinking here? Yeah. And I told Dale, I'm like, and I felt it like the whole time. This is why I'm not a fan of having my blood drawn. I felt it the whole time, like this pressure, like pushing into my arm, like, ow, just, yeah, not comfortable feeling. So, and then, every time she'd change vials, because it was 3 vials of blood. What do I need that much for? What do I need that much for? But anyhow, we both came out just fine, and uh, went to get McDonald's. Went off to get some McDonald's. He's like, McDonald's, huh? What? Why? And I'm like, I want oatmeal. He's like, oatmeal? I'm like, yeah, I like their oatmeal. He's like, okay, so what do you ask for when you order it? I said, oatmeal. Just oatmeal. That's all you say. Just, I need an oatmeal. Have you ever had McDonald's oatmeal? It's really good. They give you a package of raisins, 2 different kinds of raisins, the regular ones and the golden ones. And then there's cranberries in there. I don't like the raisins, but I do like the cranberries. So I picked the cranberries out. Then you get a little package of apples. You put your apples in there. And I think it's got some brown sugar in it or something. It's definitely got some a little sweetness to it. But it's good. It's good. I like their oatmeal. So we had our breakfast, and then we're literally sitting there at McDonald's eating our breakfast, looking across the street at the vet. I mean, we're literally, hospital's on this corner, McDonald's is over here, the vet's over there. Like, it made no sense to try to come back later for toffee. It made all the sense in the toffee. Did you hear what I just said? Oh, that girl, still in my brain. Made all the sense in the world to try to do it all at once when we were right there. So we made it work. And we got over to the vet, and they took her back and drew the blood, and they'll let me know. So I've done a little more research on tick-borne illnesses, and they're treatable. You know, they're treatable with antibiotics, and it says usually a course of antibiotics, and the animal will just be like, woo, snapped right back. So, of course, the questions have been, is she slowed down? Is she lethargic? Is she? And I'm like, well, yeah, kind of. But, I thought she was just kind of depressed, being alone without her sister. There was a lot of adjustment there. I don't know. Maybe this has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe she needs an antibiotic, and maybe she'll perk up a little bit because she has been kind of, like slow and down in the dumps and just, like I said, I just attributed it to, losing her sister, being alone, that kind of thing. But maybe it's this thing that I can't pronounce. And neither could the tech at the vet. She couldn't pronounce it either. She said, it starts with an E. That's all I can tell you. I'm like, okay. But I don't know. So we'll wait on results from that and see what they say. And maybe they'll have me come in and pick up antibiotics or something. I don't know. I'm really surprised, though. I already have a report from my doctor. I already looked at my blood work. It's already been analyzed and all that. And everything looks good. I got the whole report. I like how they just give you a range. This number, I don't know what any of them mean, but this number should be between this and this, and this number should be between this and this, and they all are, except for one, and that is cholesterol, and it's not like it's super high; it's just barely over the little recommended range, like 3 points over or something. So, and then of course, my doctor, he's really nice. He's just like, he wrote a little note. Everything looks great. Labs look wonderful. He said cholesterol's a little high. He said, just try eating less fried food and fast food and add a omega. I'm like, okay. Little does he know that I take all of that stuff, but I take more vitamins than I need to take my vitamins today. Thanks for reminding me, because Dale's not taking any right now. He can't. Pre-surgery. No vitamins, no supplements, none of that stuff. So, and he only had to quit his for a week. I had to quit mine for like at least two. Different things, different doctors, different, who knows, but I still get to take my vitamins, so I need to go take them. Yes, I do. It only takes me about 10 minutes to get everything out. Maybe not. Maybe not 10 minutes. Maybe it is 10 minutes. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Anyhow. So that was today. And then we get home, and Dale's like, what are we going to do? And I said, well, I need to record some stuff. So the one thing I've already recorded, so I've already been busy recording, is what we're calling a premiere kit up for the Winter King Storybook event, which starts June 1st. It starts June 1st, but there is a post to show what you're working on for the event. My light pad is just driving me crazy. It's flickering and flickering, and I'm pretty sure at some point it's probably just going to die. And I don't want it to die because I love the thing. And I hope that I can still get one like it if I have to replace it. Anyhow, I recorded my kit up video for the event. Those will be aired on June 30th. All of us who are participating in the event, the hostesses, we all have a video, and they're going to run back to back consecutively every half an hour. And I don't know what everybody else is talking about. I know what I talked about and the things that I shared, but I don't know what everybody else is going to talk about in their premiere. But it'll be interesting to see. So check those out. They are going to air on the 1st, but it's like later in the day. I think 4 o'clock, 4:30. I don't have the time in my head right now because, my head has been spinning and doing all kinds of things today. So it's kind of, it's done for the moment, trying to remember information and details. Don't ask it to. It's done. But anyhow, watch those. That'll be interesting. Um, I'm assuming people will just talk about what they're going to work on. Oh, so sorry. What they're going to work on, what painting they're working on, maybe why they chose it. I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what anybody else is doing. So it's a surprise for me as well. But I like the premiere aspect where, you know, you can watch the video almost like it's live, although they're pre-recorded, but we can all be there and we can chit chat. I mean, in mine, I ask you questions. So this is a interactive type of premiere. I'm asking you some questions and I want you to answer. Okay? If you watch, realize requirement is answering questions. Okay, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm genuinely interested in some things. I went off on some tangents, I'll just say. But oh goodness. Yesterday, when I was home by myself all day long, I was just like a little hummingbird. It was, I'm here, I'm there. I'm here, I'm there, I'm here. Do. Do this, do this, do that. And that's what I was like all day long. Now, did I accomplish things? I did. I finished 2 smaller crochet projects. One was a little pouch I'd started on a crochet along. Finished that up. And I don't like it. I don't like the yarn. I don't like the thickness, the fuzziness of the yarn. But it's done. Okay, it's done. It may hang around for 20 years. It may hang around forever. But it's done. It's off my hook. And I took the rest of that yarn and I put it away in the tote. I'm done looking at it, done seeing it. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Okay. And then another one, a bag I was making. So that one took me some time. I didn't have a lot to do to finish the crochet part. But then the person that designed the pattern had a video. They were showing us how to do it. And they lined theirs. Well, I got this notion that I was going to line the bag. Have I ever lined a bag before? No. Do I have a sewing machine? No. Was I going to figure out how to do it anyhow? Yeah. So that'll be in a vlog. I did vlog it, how I did it, basically hand sewed some of it and used some hot glue, folks. Hot glue. We are, we're in it now, man. We got the hot glue gun out. So we'll see how that holds up in the future. Anyhow, yeah, so I did that. Finished those couple things. I also spent a good deal of time in the basement yesterday because, as you know, after the water, well, maybe you don't know yet. Well, that's a whole nother video coming too. I seem to have more chit-chatty, vloggy style videos than anything lately. I'm telling you, things I'm doing, life, that's what is in my videos lately. That's what I'm capturing in life. Okay, seriously. I need to refresh my Not Your Mama's Mud, and I'm not feeling like doing it. I really need to refresh both ends. I need a new glue dot as well. But again, I don't feel like doing it right now. So we're gonna muster through here. So yeah, I played around with lining a bag. And is it terrible? No. Is it great? No. I mean, is it okay? I suppose. The the corners by the handles didn't turn out very good. Um, my fault, I suppose. I didn't, because you're trying to hot glue inside a bag. It's a little tricky. I'll just say, trying to get things lined up correctly was a little tricky. But anyhow, it is what it is, and it's done, and it's cute, and we move on. I've been struggling now with what to do next. Oh, this morning, before we all had to go get poked, I was bound and determined to finish my last two sides, not rounds, but just two sides on the poncho. All I had left to do was two sides to finish the poncho. And Dale's like, well, when are we going to go? Are you going to get ready? Are you going to? I'm looking at the clock. I know how much time I have. I know what I have to do to get ready. I just need to get up, throw on some clothes. We're not eating breakfast. I'll throw on some clothes and we'll go. It's good. But I'm going to finish these two sides before we go. I did. And then I even had time to look at the pattern and make sure there was nothing else I needed to do. But there's one thing, and I don't think it will be hard. This poncho pattern has a tie. So like you make a big long chain and it goes around the top of the poncho. So you could like close it tighter if you wanted to, technically, but it hangs down and has tassels. So I've been thinking, do I want to put tassels on this poncho? I don't think I have enough of this cake of yarn to do very many tassels. Would it look silly to do one in each corner, to just have 4 tassels? But then when I looked at the pattern and realized, oh, yeah, that's right. It just has this chain that goes all the way around the neck opening, and then you can tie it in a bow and let the tassels. I'm like, that's perfect. That is perfect. So I have some ends to weave in, not very many, and then do that chain and make the tassels to hang off it. And then it's done. So it's super close. I was talking about it like last Friday, I think, in the Crochet Live, maybe. And I was like, I don't have that much to go. Would it be realistic to think I could finish it by next week? And then I was like, no, I probably can't. There's probably more to do than that. But hey, folks, it'll be done by Friday. It's only Tuesday. It will be done by Friday, right? Oh man, I keep kicking that, bumping that, knocking it around. I told you guys you're in for a joyride today. That's just a fun time around here today. A fun time. But yeah, so I did that this morning, got that finished. So that's 3 things finished in the last 24 hours. I only have the Marley Bird Tournament of Stitches, which I'm on clue 4 out of 6. I'm on 4 out of 6. I want that done, but that's the last like big project I've been working on, is that one. Today when we were driving, I was working on Great Granny Adventure squares. I started the May square. Yeah, it's the May square. And I got to round 4 and I was like, what? That don't seem right. So I did something different to make it seem right. And then round 5, I was like, no, it's really wrong. What is going on? So luckily she has a video. I went and watched the video and I was like, oh. So I got one finished. Normally, as we're driving around from place to place, I can finish 2 of them, but not today because it was the first time I had done it. And I was like, okay, I don't know how to do this properly. If I would have probably been home where it was just me looking at it quietly on my own, I probably could have figured out what I was doing wrong, because it was me. It was not the pattern. It was me. But I got it. Now the others will be kind of a breeze, But the basement, I got all that stuff put away. I set the table back up and everything downstairs because no craft show for a while. Craft show did get canceled on Saturday due to rain. And she's trying to reschedule. So she sends out an email. You gotta love this. She sends out an email and she's asking people to please respond which date works for you. And she's got like 6 dates. There's some in June and some in July. And out of all the dates she has, only 2 of them actually work for me. So of course I put down, this is my first choice and this is my second choice, you know. But she also puts in the email, she says, please do not respond with reply all. That way, not everybody will see all of the emails of everybody's response. Please just hit reply. Do you know how many people can't do that right? Do you? Do you know how many people can't do that right? A lot, okay? Because I keep seeing these emails and it's one person talking about the dates that they can come and dates they can't come, and because they hit reply all. Why would you even think to reply all? Why would you even think that that's a thing to do? I don't know. It made no sense to me. So I keep seeing some of them and I'm just like, oh, they're voting for a date I can't come. Oh, they voted for a date I can't come. So I don't know what's going to happen if she picks a date that I cannot attend. I know at one point, one of the emails she sent said something about, and if the new date doesn't work for you, I'm more than willing to like transfer your fee to my fall show. And I'm like, well, that doesn't work for me because I'm already signed up for that one. I would hope I get a refund because I didn't do it. I didn't cancel. You know, it wasn't my idea. It's a good idea that we did, as it turned out, because it rained all day. It literally rained all day and it was cold and just icky all day long. There wouldn't have been anybody there, so it would have been a waste of time anyhow. All that to say, it's being rescheduled. Therefore, I put all the craft stuff away because I'd left it out just because we were going to go to a show. Why haul it all to the back to get it all out again? But I got it all put away, organized more stuff, got rid of some more stuff. I have a fairly large pile of things to go to like Goodwill or something. Just stuff I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to try to give it to anybody or sell them, or I don't want it. So it's going to Goodwill. There's some yarn, there's patterns. I got at my mom's house, truly. Quilt books, like quilting patterns. I'm like, what do I have that for? What do I even have that for? There was one pattern in all those patterns that I wanted, and that was the pattern for the project that I wanted, the one I went looking for when I started looking through her yarn. And I found the pattern for it. I knew I had it in a book, so I have it with like the flowers. And I might not even ever need it because the flowers are, what are they? Are they embroidered on? I think they're embroidered on these little Tunisian crochet squares. And I am not going to embroider anything. So I might look for flowers that I could just like cross stitch on. But we'll see when I ever get to it. If I ever get to it. Did I say that? I did. I said that. Gosh, there was just something in my head just a second ago that was very important I wanted to tell you about. Oh, I know. This Saturday is going to be a week 4 giveaway for Down on the Farm and a grand prize. So we got 2 things going on this Saturday. Brenda's going to be there. And we're going to give away a week 4 prize, which is a gift card to her shop. And then she has some things she's given away for a grand prize. I'm like, okay, this was all on her idea. And I'm like, okay. So you'll see what that is on Saturday, and we'll pick a winner for the grand prize. Anything else? It seems like there's something else. There was something else I was thinking about just a second ago. But what was it? I don't know what it was. Well, you know, there's always opportunities for me to talk to you later. And if I remember, and it's vitally important, I'll be sure to let you know. I will be sure to let you know. I'll tell you, I have not heard from physical therapy. They had me call my doctor about more sessions. And right now, I would love nothing more than to go see someone because my neck, like my neck, my collarbone, my shoulder, like the back of my shoulder, like your shoulder blade back there and up your neck is killing me. And I don't know why. I just don't know why. It's been days now and it's not stopping. And if I move my arm around, it just pops and catches and catches and pops. And I would love nothing more than for somebody to get in there and see what's going on because it is like driving me crazy. I've gone to the gym Wednesday and Sunday, and I did exercises. Wednesday, I know I did more because I really felt it on Thursday. Sunday's exercises, I took it a little easy. I didn't do much. I lowered the weight a little bit, so I wasn't doing anything too tough because I'm tired of doing my exercises, which are good for me and good at building strength and whatnot, just to have it make me miserable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why do my exercises need to make me feel so bad I don't want to do them again? It's like my friends and I, when we were doing all of our losing weight workouts and stuff and doing jumping jacks and burpees and this and that. And, the next day, one of us would inevitably text somebody and be like, okay, thanks, ladies. I can't sit on the toilet today. Why? Why does it have to be so much pain to make gain? I don't like that. And right now, my neck is just, it's not, well, it is my neck, but it's not. It's like the back of my neck. Like I said, right across the shoulder blade in the back. Why? But I haven't heard anything. I called the doctor's office on Thursday and they said they found the fax and they were going to try to get it in front of a doctor for signing it. And that was Thursday. So Thursday, Friday. Okay, I get it. Today's only Tuesday, but still, how long could that take? In this world of electronics and whatnot, how long can it take? Come on, people, let's go. I really want somebody. If I had, I'm not a chiropractic kind of person. I don't like chiropractors. I've had some experiences with a chiropractor that I hated it. It was not good. It was not comfortable. I just don't, I've never really gone to a chiropractor. I only did that because I had thrown out a rib and it was not fun. But if I had one or knew one, I'd probably go right now and be like, okay, can you fix this? Can you fix this? Because I don't know why it's doing it. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with like my shoulder surgery, but I don't know, maybe. But it's got to stop. Is it all just the way I'm sleeping? I'm sleeping different now. I don't know, but I need it to quit. So if I don't hear from someone today, at least tell me yes or no. How hard can that be? Is it a yes or is it a no? Can I get more therapy or can I not? If I can't, then okay. I just need to know that. And then maybe I will come up with some alternative. Maybe I go get a massage somewhere. I've never done that either. I don't even know how to do these things. I don't even know where to look. But right now, Dale has been massaging my shoulder, my neck back there at night. And it helps, but it comes right back. I'm about to start looking into, some alternatives here because it's killing me back there. I can't take this much longer. And that's the thing with like the exercise pain when it hurts the next day or two. It usually goes away pretty well just in time to do the next workout. But this back, shoulder, neck thing is, ooh, it's hanging on. And I'm not happy about it. So, all right, folks, I guess that's it. I'm going to let you go. Maybe I'll finish a little chicken butt here. Or maybe I'll just go take some drugs. How's that sound? That sounds like a plan right now. So I'll probably do that. Then maybe finish this, see what Dale's doing. And edit and upload stuff. That's always fun. Okay, I will talk to everybody later. And hope you have a good week. And check out those premieres on the 30th. And yeah, all the stuff, all the things. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.